Hi friends, we are using pandas for data manipulation and we are using Kinter also for to take the user input, or it is the interface between the user and the pandas data frame. So earlier in 4 parts we have finished, and in the part 1 we have seen how we have taken the user inputs and started searching the database. Then without clicking the button, based on the user input on key press, we have also searched the database. Then subsequently we have seen how the data or the filtered output we had saved, or we are again copied to the clipboard and all. So we have finished it up to 4. Now we'll see how we can select the row of a particular filtered output, whatever data, then delete it, and then also we can save the resultant output. So, and further we'll learn all about this. We'll start from here. This is where we left in part 4. So we have this is the code. You can see that this is the first part, is the layout of it. Let's just we are recollecting what you did in previous parts. So then we have searched it, and it is a word search. So we are breaking the word and then applying a OR combination to the search, and we are using here str contents. So and then we are creating a tree view inside, and in that tree view whatever the filtered data is displayed, that is what, because df2 here, df2 is we are creating based on the user inputs. So that's all. And after that, once you click the button save, then we are saving it as a Excel or in CSV format. So whatever the user selected, we are showing the save file dialog to the user, and user can select Excel or CSV. Based on that, we are saving the file in the local file system. And there is another function also, it's connected to another button where you can copy it, the entire data frame, resultant data frame after the filtering, to the clipboard. Now let's just see how this one works. It is in part 4 also. Say I am searching JO. Okay. One more I can add the word. So let's go for save result. So I can save it whatever, and I have both the options, CSV or Excel. You can extend it further also. Now I can copy it to the clipboard. Here the message has come. Now here it is, in the result whatever is tree view displayed, I can select a row, but nothing is, I am not able to access. We will learn how we will access this data and further process the selected row. Let's first bind the tree view selection event. So inside this function we are creating the tree view, and here it ends. Tree view is displayed. Now next line now is outside the function. So that is for the key release, because multiple words we are targeting. So every key press or key release, this function is called, my search is called. Now here to bind it, I will write trv.bind. Now here I am writing the event. Let me just put it this way. Here inside this tree view select. So any element is selected, any row is selected. What it will do is it will call the function data collect. This is the function name only. So far we have not defined it. Now what our intention is, inside this function we'll read the selected data, and that will display it in our label, whatever the one label is there, L3, where we are exclusively copied and all the messages we are displaying. Here you can see this L3, in this label will display the data whatever it is. So what I am doing is I am just going down, creating this function data collect. This function, that means when you are selecting the tree view any row, this function is called. I am passing all the arguments. Now here it is. Inside that I'll write that one. What I am going to do is I will create the global variable, because certain global variables now onwards we'll use, because we'll be frequently using those values in different functions, manipulating and returning. So better to use a global variable. So I am saying global PID, because whatever we select it here, that will be accessing. Now what's the PID value is? PID equal to now TRV. This is the tree view TRV selection. Now what is TRV selection? And here 0. 0 means this is the first. Okay, here TRV is not available because TRV I have not declared it as a global variable. So I must first declare it outside our tree view, so that that I can access it here. So for that I'm just copying certain things, I will be using it. So I am coming here now, global df2 only. Here I am actually, rather I will paste it here. Oh, okay, I'll remove this. Three things I am declaring as global. df2, sorry, here df2 trv l1. Why l1 I am included here, that I will discuss it further, because moment we want to delete and recreate it, we need l1. We'll discuss shortly. Now let's come back here. Where is data collect? Fine. So trv selection is fine. Now this is selected. Now if you want this, you can print it to your console also and read the data. So before that, it's not required. Let's just let's copy this L3 and config. What is config will do is, it can any option where I can change the value of the any option of the config, that is the label. What you have, L3 is the label. So the text option I am changing, it is config or configure also. So trv dot item. Now here is the I am saying what is the PID. This is the ID of the unique ID of the row, and what it is values. So this will generate all the values and display it on this particular one up to this point. It will take whatever the row I have selected, all the values it will pick up, and that will display on the label. So let me just save it. Let's run this and see how it works. Here it is. Now I'll say JO. Okay, now I am selecting it. Now you just see whatever I have selected is displayed here. Now let me change it. Whatever I am selected, because moment I am selecting, this data collect function is triggered, and the PID or whatever my select, this ID is 10. This is picked up, and the values, matching values are displayed here. Before we move to delete part, let's declare the global variables, otherwise we will miss it. Here you just see we have declared one. df2 is df.iloc0, means we have just copied the df2, the same structure. We want that df2 or filter, it should have the same structure of our source data frame. Source data frame is what you have created by reading the Excel file. So that's what I am doing. Now I am just creating L1. L1 is this is the header list. So it's a list I am creating, and then I am declaring all are, and again one more also I will go p underscore id equal to none. Initially I am declaring, because this is what the PID will hold the value of the selected row. What the user selects is that value, but initially I am keeping it none because nothing is selected right now. So I am giving it none. So these three variables I have to, any function I access it, I will creating these three global variable. I will take it from that, and I will manipulate it, change the values. Then again other function also can use it. Here what my intention is, I will split this particular function. Why I am splitting, I will certainly explain. This you see, there are two parts of it. First part is it ends here. It is displaying what is the df2 it is creating, and the part 2 it is creating our tree view. So tree view part we will keep it separate. So for that we'll say we'll break it after creation of L2. Here we'll take it. We'll break it for. So record set is there. Okay, here what we will do, we'll create another function, define trv now. Why I am doing this? Then what I will do, I will call this after this, because once the first is generated, it is all the same. What happens, I am breaking beyond that and calling it here. Why I am doing this is, there is a reason, because I want to delete a row. Once I delete a row in the data frame, it will be deleted in the data frame, but it will not be deleted in the tree view. So what I will do, I will freshly create the data frame. I will call this function to refresh the tree view. So that is the reason why I am doing this. So inside this, again, because it's a different function, so I will be creating global again. Three items, whatever we have used, df2.trv.l1. Fine. So this three again df2 is my resultant data frame, trv is my tree view, l1 holds my headers list. So these three again we are taken it. Now rest of the things remain same, and this is Treeview I have created. Now rest of the things remain same and up to this point. Fine. So this we are not deleting so far anything, but let me just save it and see whether how it is. Though there is no much difference, everything should work fine till it is okay. So whatever I am picking up, it is displaying here. But remember, this is display is coming from this TRV refresh from that function. Let's add the delete button. So it is a B3 I am giving, B3 equal to now tk.button. Now what's my parent to do is my underscore w, text is what I will be writing on the button. You can write anything, delete. Fine. So now bg equal to light yellow, whatever color you want to give it here. Now what slightly higher size font 18. Now what is the command, what it will do once the button is clicked. So command equal to lambda. Now I am saying my delete. So this function I am calling, but so far I have not defined this function. I will be defining it. So my delete is the function once the button is clicked. Let me place it on the grid, so otherwise I will forget. So b3.grid, this is the layout of it. Row 2, it's just below, middle row, just above the tree view. So row equal to 2 and column equal to 4 and slightly pad x equal to 2. That's all. So column 4, row 2. So this is towards the right of it, my row 2. Before that, it is there. Now let's just see how this looks. Though it will not have any, it might delete, I have not declared it. Okay, this button is here. If I click it, it will generate error because I have not written. So this delete button is here. Now let's come back. We'll scroll down a bit, and here we'll write the function to delete. Now once I am clicking this function my delete will be triggered. So inside this function, what I am writing it again, first global, because those three variables will take it, df, though here we are not displaying anything, df2, that means DataFrame 2, and product ID, or what the user has selected, that ID I must capture it, and that is here. You see, moment you select it, this particular one is value is set here, and that value I will be accessing here. That's why I am using a global variable here. Now what I am going to do is, if PID means PID is not none, means user has selected and PID has a value. So because earlier we have declared it here at the top, you can see here PID is none. So if the user has, though this situation may not come, but without selecting, suppose the user has clicked the delete button, that part I can eliminate by this. So check if it is not done. You will get all the comments. Okay, in the source code you will get all the details. Now here it is. Inside that df2.drop. Now here it's a little big function here. What I am doing is I am matching this inside the df2, the particular product ID. I am matching it, then creating that index of it, ID field, and then deleting it by using drop method. So inside this I am just write it first because it's a little long one, df2. Now again inside this df2, fine, df2, here I will say ID. Hope I may not be missing any brackets here, equal to int. Why I am converting into int is because here it's a string, because moment it is selected, though it's a 1 2 3 4, but I must convert it because it has a, when it is collected it is a string. So I am converting it into an integer first. Now here outside this I will say index. Now in place, this is a pandas function equal, in place equal to true, means replace the original data frame. Otherwise I have to write df2 equal to this, because this df, now the source data frame, after this changes, whether the source data frame should change or not, that what. So in place is equal to true means the source itself you update it. Okay, so hopefully I have closed all the brackets, df, df2, id, fine. Now the reason of calling this particular TRV refresh is there. Now what I will do, I will simply call TRV refresh. Otherwise, if I would not have created the function, this entire code from here till that I would have been repeating here. There is not necessary. That is why moment I am calling the refresh, then this particular function here, it is just recreates the tree view. It recreates because I have removed one here. If you see the drop, sorry, this should be drop. Okay, the drop will remove the row from the data frame, but not from the tree view. So from tree view, then using df2 again, will be using the refreshing the tree view and creating the tree view again, because this, and moreover because these are all global variables df2. So again, the after deleting whatever value is there, that is already available. Sorry, where I am here, it is already available here. So this is a after deleting, moment I call it after deleting, so a fresh df2 value is taken and this tree view is again generated. Now let's just run this and see. Yeah, here it is, JOAL. Okay, you go on whatever it is. Now suppose you remember ID number 6 we have deleting, so let's just delete. 6 has gone. Now 10 I am deleting, till 10 has gone. 21. Okay, one more thing, I am doing a mistake here. Once I am deleting this particular area, I must remove it, because then otherwise this value is showing here. For that, what I am going to do, I'll just come back here. Here you see TRV refresh, then L3, or I will just copy this line, overwrite I have written. Now the text again I will keep it blank. Text equal to, that's all. So I am removing and setting it to blank again. So let's just save this, test again. Now here it is, JOAL whatever. Remember, this is not updating the Excel file. It is just a data frame which is getting changes. Now this is 6. I am deleting. So this has gone. Now let me select once more. Again it has come up here. Again delete. Again. Now if I will save this result, I will be saving this result only. After deletion, whatever my resultant data frame is, that I will be saving it. So that way we must, even if I, whatever I, let's just copy this 5, you remember 5, 7, 10 and 11. I am just copying this. This we have discussed already, and I am coming here, pasting it here. You can see only the 5, 7, 10, 11, this many, how many were there? I don't, okay, let me try once again. Or inside the copy, okay, here is a mistake, because this here, what I have to do, I will declare this, I will take it here. Global variable. Let me just inside it. Let me again, let's try. We'll take more here. JOAL, fine. Now I will delete something. Delete 10. I also, let me delete. So 1, 5, 6, 21 and 11. Let me just copy this. Close this. Come here, paste it. 1, 5, 6, 21, 11. Let me, oh, I forgot, or let's close this. Running again. Let me, L, now 1 only I am deleting. This should not be there. Okay, 1, then 6, deleting, then 5, deleting. Now 11, 7, 10, 21. Now let me just copy this. 11, 7, 10, 21. 1, 5, 6 all are deleted. Even if I will save it also, let me just remove this. Okay, you can copy it to any notepad and all. If I am running, sorry, I had to close the previous one. Sorry, at this stage, if I'll save it also, I'll save this much only. So let's have one more thing to add to this and close this session. What is that? We will add a vertical scroll bar. Suppose here in this case we are getting some 4 or 5 records. Say you are, in your case you have hundreds of records. You may need a vertical scroll bar. Scroll bar should be added where it is while displaying the tree view. So TRV refresh. Every time we display it, our particular scroll bar should go there. So here bind tree view select. Now here I will insert it. I've just pasted this code. Note that this code is very standard code only. What I am doing is I am creating a scroll bar here, and here I am this configuring it to and setting it to as Y scroll command of this particular VS is the object I have created, and this is placing it on the grid. Note that this tree view is our, where is our tree view? It's at row number 3, column 1, and column span is 3. So I am giving column as 4 here because it's 1, 2, 3. My tree view will take 3 columns. So next one here I am thinking and sticking to north and south because it's a vertical one. Then I am, sorry, here I have to bind it. Now this line is not required. We'll remove this because this is already what is the tree view select code. So this 3 lines we have added now. So I am just saving this. This is inside the TRV refresh function. Now let me run, sorry, my previous window is open. I am closing this. Yeah, here it is. So let me just say JO, now AL. Okay, now scroll bar is not appearing. So I am giving A. So a lot of things. So now you can see here my scroll bar is here. So I can scroll it. So if I'll remove everything and type A, so I'll get A, then B, all the names having A or B all have appeared. So I can continue. So this is the vertical scroll bar I have added. So you have more number of rows. Even after filtering also you are getting more rows. And this is set to a 10 number of records only. So you can increase this value also. This number of, by default it will show 10 rows of data. Now that we are setting it by here. Sorry, let me close this. Here my tree view height is 10. This line, this value, if I'll change it, this will go up. I can, okay, you can experiment with this number 5 and all with less number of rows and more records, so the scroll bar will appear. Hope this selection of row and deleting it is clear. Next, we'll try to build a universal application. Universal in the sense that in this script, we have applied search to our student name column. It's a student table, 4-5 columns are there, and in the name column only the search is applied. Say you have another Excel file or a data frame where different name columns are there. Say it's a first name, last name, address, zip code, lot of other columns are there. Now here this time the user may change the selection also. So you can give the option to the user to select the column on which the search should apply. It can select search this particular one on the first name or last name, or search it in the address column only. So like that, multiple columns also the user can select where the search will be applied. So it will be a universal. So irrespective of the structure of the Excel file, this script will work and search the columns as selected by the user. This part we will learn next. So I request you, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you will be notified as and when we add new tutorials. We frequently do that also. And if you have any doubts, suggestions, questions, use the comment section below to post it. Please share this with your friends, and thank you for watching.